Yeah. Alright, I'm using Arizona State. Cam Scatterbo. You angry? Okay, this is really going to be a bit of a challenge right here. Now I'm at a major disadvantage. I want to see if I will be able to overcome it.
On the banks of the Mississippi River, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, a storied venue, and soon the fog will rise off the Big Muddy, and will it also bring a victory for the beloved Bayou Bengals, Tiger Stadium, home of LSU. Today, we have one of those games that test your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad
go,
from the Big 12, the Arizona State Sun Devils.
Yeah, they
taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Quick handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down to see that intention.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Great running backs consistently make people miss, and he did a really good job of breaking one tackle, but he couldn't do it to the next, and to the next, and to the next. The offensive line going to have to do a lot better job, giving him some more space so he can get out in the open field and make some plays for his offense.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do you do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back.
Oh, right through his fingers. He muffed it.
Wow.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Guess not. Oh, cool.
Offense set on 1st down.
Yeah.
Using his legs, it's Durham. At the 35, he's got room. He's loose. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on
Garrett Gussemeyer.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. Defense in press coverage. Fast motion
I
from the
about.
offense.
I literally talked about that shit today.
The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to.
And the pressure was
He said it's going to happen or
already
happened. Huh. And third down back.
Great timing by the defense there. Obviously, the offense has the ball in the red zone, and you're trying to create a negative play to back them up. They do that with the sack, and if they're now going to try a field goal, it's going to be a little more work for the kicker.
After putting up a 3-spot in the kickoff unit, set to go.
The whole LSU team is praying for.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Still on his feet.
I guess it
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football. I mean, defense just did their job. Stopped them, held them to a field goal, limited the damage. Now it's time for the offense to get the momentum going again.
Maybe they can.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
I love the quick decision that QB made there in that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
That is a huge
Trying to move the sticks on third down
the
through the air.
Patriots,
And boy, is he
they
close
really
to
had a
that
good
first
draft.
down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
At the 40, there he goes.
Yeah, so they got some help.
Gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
For the second round, they drafted.
They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now.
In the third round, they drafted Kyle Williams.
They got it. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before he
my guy, you
pickup.
know.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum to get this run game.
And the Sun Devils getting set on 1st and 10.
I guess Travis Hunter decided to push him into like the glittering
Leaves it with the running back.
And after that,
not
Kyle
much
Williams
working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And these defensive tackles just
karma
eat people.
and
They
everything.
swallow
So what
human
happened
beings when
was
you get near them. They're
he
so
literally
big,
burned
so
him for a
strong.
touchdown. He
And those
literally
guys, those
just
running backs
opened
coming, they just
up
need a mitt.
and
They
just,
put
like,
one mitt on a
turned his
running
head
back, and he
and just
usually
scored a
falls to the
touchdown.
ground. Just
Got enough space.
He
run
just
out
flat
of
out
bounds
burned
after the
Travis
big
Hunter.
gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal.
Yeah.
New center downs
But
right
to
on
be
the
honest with
doorstep
you,
for this
he's like-
offense. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Arizona State. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack.
Oh, wow.
That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5.
Oh, shit.
They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position.
No, they're not. Yeah, I know.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they...
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
The 2020 season,
Success
they actually
has
had a
lot to
perfect
do with
season.
selling that fake. You could tell defense was
national
not buying it,
championship.
got in the backfield, got the big play.
Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson. They were loaded.
From the
They had
25
Clyde
here on
Edwards
2nd and
Helaire.
long.
They had Thaddeus Moss, Terrence Marshall. I don't know,
Running
you know.
back, it's
I don't know if
Nussmeier.
you remember Terrence
Finds a
Marshall.
soft spot
He
in the
was the
middle.
third.
And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Derek
Listen, I'm gonna
Stingley
move
was
this guy
the cornerback.
He's in the slot
Derek
this
Stingley,
time, but I'm not going to let the
They got
defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him. Put him in the slot. Put him out wide. Either way.
And they knocked him down almost immediately.
I would love to.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often.
Yeah,
Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built the league.
Because Grant Delpit was on that team.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field.
Chase on.
Doesn't say much for your
I feel
drive
like I
when you're
nearly
looking
know
forward to the
the
punt.
whole team because that team was probably the funnest team to watch.
He'll field the punt.
Well, he's fast.
Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward to have a lot of bounce, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the
Time
place.
for the Thunder.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. They have it at the 43, third and short, trying to avoid making a decision on fourth down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the chains. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
No, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
They'll run it on the counter.
Come on, come on.
He makes the stop
Thunder,
at the
Thunder,
33, but
Thunder.
10 yards on that play and a first down. The Sun Devils look to keep this drive humming. To the air on first down.
He's just natural.
Quickly to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
He gets it across the 25 to the 24, give him 5 on the carry.
I think you run that play so you stay out of third and long. Third and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. Third and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good third down.
Well, nice job finding a crease to go get that first. And, Dave, there's just some running backs out there that feel like they have that sixth sense. They just know where the marker is. They know where that first down marker is, and they're just able to find a way to fall forward.
And I love when they don't dance. Know the situation, right? Don't bounce things that don't need to be bounced. When I need to stick my face in there and lower my shoulder and get a couple yards, I got to know the situation. Great job by him running the ball physical and finishing the run for a first down.
He's right on target. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And the Sun Devils will have it first and 10. He's looking to throw it. He's got it on the run. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On the run, it's Scatterbo. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Out of the shotgun on third down.
All right, Sam.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
Well, I guess if the
Running up
running back
to add
can't get
another.
it at the moment, the quarterback will get it.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24.
Yeah. I literally was cracking up on the scene. I was like, what the heck? Yeah, then you ask, do you still love me?
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Tony.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
I like this, taking the safe play, getting the positive gain, and seeing if you can build some momentum.
Well, and I think it's making the right play, Reese. That's when quarterbacks get in trouble sometimes when they get too aggressive and then they get behind the sticks a little bit. I see a lot of space, take advantage of it, get it to my running back, let him chew that up, and now it's easier on the next down.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving.
What you know about this?
DB's locked up tight on the receivers.
This is your favorite play.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here.
What is it? What is it? Ooh!
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving.
That's like
they'll try to pick up the first through the air.
Because
and he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
There's always one.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Favorite play.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Catch in the middle. It's Lacy. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical bend.
On target to the left. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. And yet another Bayou Bengal baller on the outside who can just go get it.
And if I'm a quarterback, man, I love throwing to these guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to fit it in the box. I know my receiver out wide will make plays. LSU has had guy after guy after guy that you can name that can do that, and they might just have another one.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Man, that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And I'll tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Makes a grab enough for the first. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Unloads to the right.
Come on. I was like,
they get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting your running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
That's the end of the
I gotta prepare
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. To the air, it's Nussmeier. It's complete. Push down for the tackle.
And that's the advantage of being a big wide receiver, because now you're a big target. And on these slant routes, you don't have to run the perfect route, but you can use your size and your physicality to get the job done almost every time.
They've already squandered a couple of chances to score touchdowns in the red zone, and now another opportunity. It's 3rd and goal. Trying to power it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown LSU!
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on 1st down. Trying to convert this 2nd and short. The lone back's got it. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here from my running back, make the game easy.
He's brought down solid. Pick up a little bit short of the 1st down. This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Using the quick game. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
This offense has become a 1st down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps. They're not subbing out as much. By the 4th quarter, they're going to be gassed.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. On 1st down from the 13-yard line.
You really wanted a bang.
From the red zone, looking for a man. He's got it and still on his feet. That completion takes him down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a win.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. The Sun Devils have it with a 1st and goal. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona State!
Yeah, he literally was the quarterback. I did a wildcat formation. So I had two running backs on the
Getting
field.
set for
One
the
was
point
playing
after.
quarterback, Cam Scannabo, and the lightning was like
And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
21, LSU 10.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a...
What a snag by the defense.
Your favorite
Got some room to run. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not...
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Sun Devils. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
I'm probably going to use the Ole Miss.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown.
Yep.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground.
Tigers will take over. 1st and 10.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into it.
Yeah, or find an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
It really is.
After the incompletion, looking at second down. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Quarterback adapting. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
That's a home run.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started.
Oh my gosh.
From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Taylor.
It's a really nice job in coverage defensively there because that tight end, he wasn't really even open. Quarterback just still tried to put it on him and give him an opportunity, but great tackle, short of the stick, setting up 4th down.
You want to talk about aggressive or nuts? This offense is staying on the field inside their own 30. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Finds his back in the middle. He stopped quickly, but not before he has enough for the 1st down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now a fresh set of downs.
Lofts one high and deep. And it's a pick. No, he's out of bounds. Couldn't stay in bounds after catching the ball. It's simply an incomplete pass.
That was the ugliest
They'll line
throw
up
I
for
ever
a second
saw.
down play.
It looked like you just launched it like it was like a spaceship. You trying to be a NASA
Couldn't connect
driver?
on 1st
Like,
down. Now
let me
back to
find
the
out.
air. On target over the middle.
Wow.
There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. And LSU starting to get that passing attack cranked up.
And this is a unit that typically
deserve
LSU
that.
is as good as they are at quarterback. We know they're going to be physical. We know they got athletes all over the field.
Coming in
When they
hot.
get really good quarterback play, those teams are really special.
Release to the back. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Taking
That
it
one
the
was a
other
cover
way.
one.
And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to position. The offense set for a first down play.
Yeah, they said I had covered 90 in the game. I'm
They're going to
curious.
open this drive with a pass.
Ooh.
Can't
This would've been a
find his
tough
man
call.
as
I
he
think
took
that
a
would've been
shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket,
try
they
that
could get to
again?
him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
This is kind of like some advanced
He's back to
processing,
throw
right?
on second down.
Uh-huh.
A shot toward the end zone.
I'm on.
Touchdown,
Let's go!
Arizona State! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
That looks like an NFL throw right
End
there.
zone.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. They'll try to add another to their lead.
I kind of had that throw set
And
up,
with
but
the extra
the
point,
other
they push
touchdown,
the
like,
lead out a
before
little
I kinda
further.
missed, it
Aggressive
could've been
play
a
calling
three.
on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. The kickoff team out there getting set.
Yeah, it was a lot contested.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23.
Will take over. First and 10.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. One of the most valuable
I like
things a
that play
quarterback can
LSU
have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over. Move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Throws for the tight end. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36.
You already know.
Well, this is
I'm out
just
here
the type of
working.
field
I'm just
position this
tricking you.
offense
I'm
wants.
just doing fake blitz that I'm covering.
Wasting no time
I'm
throwing
baiting
on
you.
this drive. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target.
No,
It's
you ain't.
incomplete.
That's a
gotta be
ball
just
that this
right.
offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate
Like
throw
you
by the
just
quarterback.
run.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Wants to go
All right.
up top.
All right.
He's going to
All right.
let
Here we
it
go.
go.
Here we go. This is a tough one.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
I'm going to try
Hey,
some
man, they've
advanced
got a big
passing.
lead on offense, and they are still taking shots. They are challenging this secondary deep down the field. They barely missed that one.
Okay, this one is.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air.
Yeah, I
Fires
deserve
and
that.
picked off.
I've been bad.
Trying to take it back.
Yeah.
The 40.
AJ Burns.
He's at the 30. Oh, he was hoping for the pick 6. Instead, he got it down to the 16-yard line.
I love defenses that make big plays, that understand what they're trying to get from the offense, understand
Are you
how
ready?
to attack it, jump
Are
some
you
of these
ready?
routes, make these interceptions, and then not only that, when you get the football, try to do something with it. Don't slide down. Don't take a knee. Try to bring that thing back to the house.
It's
You set
time.
your offense up for great field position.
And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
What you don't like about
A nice job by the
this?
quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away
I thought
knowing
this
that you
was
still
part
have
of the
more chances to
system.
get this first down.
After the incompletion, it's second down.
Let me show you.
Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Oh, man. The quarterback almost just threw his 2nd interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
Buys a little time with his feet. Fires on the move. For the third straight play, the pass falls incomplete.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up the play.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
It's time for a party.
Out of the end zone.
Yes, you are.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
Okay.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
2nd and 10 after the previous play. Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion.
All right. Come on, man. What's
They're
wrong?
able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right up to the bench, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Diamond in the rough.
And the Sun Devils will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw it again.
What is this?
Oh, and he just dropped it so close to his 2nd interception of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. He's being a little reckless with that football.
Really?
Threw the interception last time and almost threw another one here.
Golly, that's back-to-back drives. You got to have your quarterback making smart decisions. You can't turn the football over. He's got to get those cobwebs out of his head, start dialing it in.
And an explosive
Oh, you don't
play
like
has
that
him on the
comeback
move,
route?
and he gets it
And I
all
threw it
the
with
way to
some
the 48-yard
anticipation.
line. The Sun Devils have their offense in high gear.
What's an anticipation?
Quarterback
man?
reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to go up top on 1st down. He'll throw it. Snagged in the
Definitely
middle.
getting
It's
through
Scatterbo.
anticipation.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. 2nd down coming up. Trying play action. Finds his big tight end. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Unloads it left. Got his man. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling for the 1st down. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the 1st half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
You want to win? I thought you wasn't allowed to win.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
I thought that was part of the contract.
He's looking to throw. He's got his man. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st
You
and goal.
lose?
How about this offense? They're
All right,
rolling.
man,
They
your
got a couple
favorite.
first downs together.
Let's get it going.
Defense. Next,
You know, you gotta
what's your
ask that.
response? What do you got? They got to make some adjustments here.
Take your
Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Sun Devils! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Crown it
This
up.
offense
Crown
is
it up.
really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing
Okay.
they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. An 84-yard drive there. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you get...
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more
Okay,
running
what
room,
trick
but
are
none
you
to be found as he stopped at the 23.
What trick are you pulling? Oh yeah, that was messed up though.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field.
I was going.
Guys,
I
that
was
last trip a
upset.
little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they
Okay.
do. It was a nice
I
job
mean, like-
moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this
I don't
time.
even want
Yeah, and I think to
get
do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack. Get some push up front. They need to be the best running team.
If I can't have it, you can't have it.
That last
Understand?
incompletion leaves him with 2nd and 10 from the 23. Off the play fake. And wings it incomplete.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start
Yeah,
making plays.
that's
They can't
the
keep
nice
throwing
way out of it.
incompletions this early.
Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier.
Yeah. Well, you gonna tell him
The
get a real
sweet feet
job?
keeping the play alive. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that
That's
forced that
kind of funny
incompletion.
though, because the sad reality though,
It's 4th
like
down now, and this
a
likely
lot
the
of
final
players
snap before
benefiting
the
on
2-minute
this
warning.
NIL money. To be honest with you, they get paid way more to continue to play college football. At the
He'll
moment,
try to
it's like,
throw
why
and
would
pick
they
up the
like
first
turn
down.
it down?
Makes the catch past the sticks.
Ooh, you
Oh,
fumbled.
it's loose.
You pay your,
How about that
it's
alert
ti-
play
it's
for the
time
defense to
it's
scoop
time
it
to
up?
pay your taxes. And you finally did. Thank you. The FBI and welcome the FBI. Why not? I was working. I was trying to work hard for it.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a
I
spark.
did it off the
Man,
curiosity.
what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack
Well, and
was
it didn't
lethal,
work.
David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and
Oh,
Jesse
yes,
talk
sir.
about
You
create
know,
balance,
you know,
you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion.
I'm cooking with this one.
Unloads to the wideout.
Come on, let me
And the
cook.
pass is
I threw it to the
intercepted.
wrong guy.
He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the
He
21.
pressing the wrong
This
button.
is obviously not a great start for this
Nah, I did
quarterback
it.
here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Hey. All right, man. You ready to donate?
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something
Yay,
positive, Jesse.
home run.
There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even
Yup,
one-on-two. Who
defense-
can go up, catch the
defense
ball,
need the
get us
ball.
some yards, and get us some points.
Back to pass, it's Nussmeier.
Because they want
He's
it.
got an open man, and he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Go into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
And the extra point was good. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. So they
Going to
got the
that.
touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this
Down
half.
to that. Passing that.
He'll return it.
Emory University.
Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. They've got time, they've got the
where's
lead,
your
and David,
fans
it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes,
All right,
be
here we go.
aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
All right.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
We're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here.
Why did it have to happen
As he
to me?
turned that loose down the middle. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Well, you could just feel it. He wanted to make that a big return, but his offense will come out and take over at the 44.
Turnover margin always goes such a long way in deciding who wins the football game. Interception number 3, that is no bueno. Got to take care of the football. Can't keep putting your defense in a bad position, putting them on the field time and time again.
Purple. Purple.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. On the move, he fires. Complete to the left. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. The throw. Got his man. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming.
Of the first half, with the score, Arizona State 42, LSU 20.
And the Sun Devils will kick it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And the big defensive tackle getting off the rock. Nice job seeing play action, understand his pass, beats the guard, gets to the quarterback, and gets the QB on the ground.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Movement here from the tight end. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Finds a man on the right. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
7-yard line. Now, 4th down.
Talk about aggressive. This head coach is keeping the offense on the field inside his own 30. Wide receiver shows motion. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better. Right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
Couldn't ask for better field position for this offense. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the misfire now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, I've been there. This is one of those games you just want to forget right away and turn the page. 4 picks now thrown by this guy, and you're just not able to make your reads. Things aren't clicking. You're not seeing the field, and the ball's not coming out right. Next week cannot come soon enough for him, I can tell you that.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. DB's right up on the receivers. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Got his man on the right. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. And I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back, because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Nothing's working right now in the pass game for this guy. This is the nightmare scenario. He's already been picked off 3 times. That one got swatted away. Lucky it wasn't another interception. This quarterback is not playing with a ton of confidence.
After the misconnection, it's 2nd down. Back to the air one more time. Looking down the middle. Makes the grab. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Tigers! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished with a 62-yard pass for the score. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. He's got his man. And he's got enough for the 1st down. It'll be at the 35.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. The quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver.
Oh, it's out. And the defense has it. Everybody reverse skate. Afterburners coming. Touchdown, Tigers. Don't just get the ball.
Yeah, I'm good. Making some adjustments.
Oh, and the defense did.
Hey, great job by the defense. The ball's thrown, the ball's completed, swarming to the football, knock it out, and then guess what? Be there to scoop it up, run it back to the end zone. Huge play by this defense.
They're lining up to kick it away, and that defense salivating after getting the scoop and score.
34.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get.
Okay. All right. I do need that.
Can they catch him?
I
He will score! Touchdown, Arizona State! He is a field-flipping machine. Taking on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense, we always talk about offense, but man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He's able to work his way across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable in this last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect them to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. On third down, going up top. Quickly out to the tight end. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
You know, the tight end's going to have to do a better job of separating and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. That time just couldn't create it, and as a result, as soon as he made the catch, he was brought to the ground, setting up fourth down.
They'll try to pick up the first. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
Yeah, I like it. I like the confidence of the coaches. When you're an offensive coach, you got to be aggressive nowadays. And going for it in your own territory, it used to be, no, you can't do that. Now, everybody's like, you know what? Analytically, that makes sense.
Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Listen, I would get rid of that thing fast, too, if I've been sacked that many times today. They're coming every angle. Everybody's coming. They've got to me the whole day. Can somebody please get my back?
And here comes the offense on second down. The corners are walked up tight. He wants to throw here on second down. Fires to the big fella. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Coming after it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect their quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect their quarterback a little bit better.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Getting some heat. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
Man, those 4th down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
Well, that's a phenomenal individual effort getting that sack. What a dominant play. And I'll tell you, playing here at Death Valley, a play like that now is going to get this crowd hyped up. And that's something as an opposing quarterback you do not want. Take it from me. I know it from experience. I remember my true freshman year playing at night here in Death Valley. That was the first time in my life I understood what the term hostile environment meant. This place is scary when the crowd gets involved, and that sack right there is going to light them up.
Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. The Sun Devils are flying down the field. The give out of the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quick release on the RPO. And he'll take this into the end zone and hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Line getting set on 2nd down. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. Looking for more room. The 10. Touchdown LSU. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play, and he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turn on the Jets, making the big play.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line. And that one is why offenses are hungry for big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. Hines is tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Wants to throw on 2nd down. He looks that one in nicely. And he earns a 1st down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. And the Sun Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. Makes the grab. It's Smith. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He'll just keep slinging it. Got it. They will score. Touchdown, Sun Devils. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
56, LSU 41.
From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, kicks it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. Line gets set, first down. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He's got his man. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On the run, it's Scannable.
Come on.
The Sun Devils will move the sticks.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. The give. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football.
Touchdown, Arizona State! And the beatdown has ensued.
You love this play.
How about the day for this show? 3 receiving touchdowns.
I think
Hey,
this
defense,
got me like 4
that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man.
LSU Tigers will take over. First and 10.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Comes out throwing on first down.
Dodging.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
I have a whole nother
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Caught in the backfield, it's Durham. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
That's perfectly fine. If I'm a defense, I'm going to give up some yards right there. Play deep, react to shallow. The running back catches the football. I come up. He gets a positive gain, but it doesn't matter because now I won 3rd down and forced him on 4th down.
This could absolutely spin this game in another direction. They're going for it inside their own 30. On 4th down, trying to find his man. That catch would have given him the 1st down, but just a smidgen out of bounds, and they'll turn it over on downs. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
How hard is this?
Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Sun Devils! And the route is on. On to attempt the try.
It was kind of cool, wasn't it? It was just
And
like
the extra
setup.
point will
It was
tack
just
another
setup,
one onto
you know?
this lead. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. From inside the 10, here he comes. He gets a block. Got a little room. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back in for a kickoff, obviously, you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. No one's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And he tacked on the extra point.
LSU 48.
They're just about ready to kick it away.
Set to kick this one away.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
It's over. 1st and 10.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. You got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
Man, as a defense, you're like, oh, they're going to draw us offside. They're going to draw us offside. They're not going to go for it. They go for it, and you get the big stop. You've set your offense up. You've turned the momentum. This defense should be feeling really good about themselves.
Back to pass. It's Nussmeier. Throws to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long. That's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
3rd play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on third down.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. It's good.
I know a lot of people are scratching their heads why they try to kick that field goal. You're in the fourth quarter. You're down a boatload of points. A field goal isn't going to do it. If you want to win this game, you need touchdowns. I would anticipate for every possession they get from here on out, man, you've got to be way more aggressive.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
It'll be third and short from their own 33. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Gets it out fast. At the 45, on his way. Running toward the tape. Touchdown, Arizona State! And the stomping has commenced.
Kind of like Jamal Gibbs.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Use the play fake, now to throw. Now improvising. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky.
Why not?
And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. And the Sun Devils are moving quickly down the field. Running the red zone, it's Scatterbo. Able to get a couple on the play. He's down at the 9. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He leaves it with the back. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Off the RPO, throw to the right, looking for the first. Touchdown, Sun Devils! And the pummeling has started. Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. A pretty short drive there, covering 38 yards. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's able to work his way on the return up to the 23 before he steps out of bounds. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad.
Oh, my goodness, he's still moving to the 43-yard line, and a first down for this offense. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. The play action fake. Pressure coming. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Yeah, and they get him again. This is a offense that you expect them to protect their guy. I mean, he is a dude that you know if you give him time, he's going to make plays, but this defense is making sure he's not getting that time.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Fires one high and deep. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop.
I'll tell you, man, analytics in college football now are changing the way coaches think about down and distances. And listen, I know there are probably some metrics out there that say you should go for it in that situation because the percentages are telling you you got a good shot at keeping the football and keeping possession. That time, though, they're not able to come up with it. And they've now given up the football with their backs to the wall. The defense now is going to have to dig them out of this hole.
The give and tick, 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 tick. Staying physical in the red zone as he's pulled down after picking up 3. Balls at the 14. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Sun Devils will go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. Hoping to find one that works this time on 2nd down from the 7. Now the play fake. They cough it up near their own goal line. How in the world did the offense retain possession? This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Trying to get to him. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down.
Well, the offense on 3rd down there, they're just trying to spit the ball out quickly and see if they can get a block and get north. But the defense, really nice job getting after the catch, getting a tackle, and now setting up 4th down.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Unloads to the wideout. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. The ball's free. After making the pick, he took it the other way, and he's dragged down at the 19. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They go to the ground. Ready to fire from the pistol. The run to the left. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop it. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
And the Sun Devils line it up with a 1st and goal. With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee. I know a lot of people thought this was going to be a blow.
Parker, so there.